hear me. They should be able. Nope.
Oh.
Nope. No, because I changed the wrong one, I think. Nope, that's fine. I'll just.
Alice on stream and I heard me for a moment.
Yeah, no, but I've now fixed it. There you go. You
Right,
should all
so
be
from
able
the
to
top,
Okay, there we go. We're all
from the top
here.
of the
Okay.
Sunday night
Thank you, Kit.
recap is where we're going from.
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about because the audience have no idea what's going on.
So, first of all,
Hello,
welcome back,
everybody.
everyone. How are we doing? It's been a while. It's been a whole month. We are missing Filet, unfortunately, tonight, but we are back. We are ready to play. We are the Stormy Dragon Tavern. We are playing Trials of the Xel'nari, and this is Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. And now over to Oddie, who is going to do a recap because he's been away for 2 of the weeks that we were able to play, and so let's see if he can work out what's been going on based off the gifts that have been getting posted
dated?
on our Discord.
So you should be able to
Yes.
figure out.
They are dated for the bean to read it. Yes, the
Yes.
bean.
So, during the session as well, if you want to join us on our Discord, you can post gifs and memes to that Sunday night recap for the next person to be tortured while attempting to recap. Please try and make them at least context sensitive. Otherwise, we will miss out on some vital information, potentially, maybe. I don't know. Let's see what's about to happen.
Yeah. At least, some semblance of it other than, look at this meme, it's funny. We have a different tab for that one.
Oh yeah. The
Um,
funny memes go in the meme thing.
Yes.
But
And-
memes relevant to the game are Tuesday night recap memes. Sorry,
dodge
Sunday
tank-
night.
Monk is a good class for a dodge tank. Also, Rogue is also a good class for a dodge tank. Soonest.
Right, I realized I was looking at the Tuesday night recap and I was about to start doing the completely wrong game.
That would have been hilarious.
And then Storm had a space gun. What?
Wait, what?
Oh, a space gun. Okay.
Hang on a
So
minute, when did
oh,
space
why
gun
are
get?
there? Okay, so this also starts at the first of the 22nd. Okay. Oh, they both start fairly similarly in both channels with "Here we go," except for in our one it's "Oh fuck, here we go."
Which reminds
So-
me.
There is also a wizard option, actually, if you want a dodge tank. Kind of.
Abjuration Wizard?
Mm.
So
It's
what?
not quite as
Oh.
Check.
I get it. Yeah, tank warlock, nice. If you want a
Alright.
real dodge tank, just don't play D&D. There you go. You dodged the bullet there, bruv.
Wow.
Recap,
I love playing.
recap.
Yeah, stop
putting it off.
procrastinating, Audie.
There's
Hey,
so
Ollie.
many
Do
memes.
the
Okay.
thing.
Okay. So,
Hold on.
oh fuck.
Just quickly, before we start, let's post the Discord up so that people can join us in reading through these if they want.
It's in our panels. It should work. But just in case it doesn't, I'll generate a new link.
While I go through these, please, no one write in chat if I am right or if I'm wrong. Just let me get it over with.
Yeah.
And then I'll get a score at the end. 1 for how, contentable it was, and 2 how accurate it is. I'm gonna get a low score for that one. I know that for a fact.
All right, let's go.
So, episode 48, last time, so here's the quick recap. A guy puts on some shades, and then suddenly everyone is just falling because you've got to catch every single Pokemon, which I'm gonna assume is something to do with, fuck knows. And then someone's running away with the ship. Basically, did Storm grab something? We're all chasing after her, or that was a weird reference to the blue lady because my name is Forgetting Brains. My name is Forgetting Brains.
Over.
Ha. Yeah, we're sticking the
Right.
book. The slavery with extra steps. Yeah, that's more likely we're talking to everyone basically how they don't understand. No, we're perfectly fine not knowing anything. So you've basically put yourselves into servitude. Yep, get it. I died. Now I'm dead. TPK, cool. The entire party died, and then we were brought back together with necromancy, necromancy. Talking to a skull. More than likely, yeah, we're all just being dead, and then someone was put into a Billy Bass, and now they're just been polymorphed into a fish. It's probably going to be Sam. What I thought animal testing was. Okay, who did what with Sam? That's all I'm going to say with that. It's like, animal testing was just like, okay. Wake up. Well, we have to wake up because we're dead. Daddy, oh, we're getting back into the daddy memes. Okay, here we go. This is probably like the whole thing of like revealing the fact of who the father is. And then it's the whole like, no, I spoke to the god, and he actually said this, and Storm was like, well, actually, my papa said, fuck you. Something along the lines. And then the dad's like, I'm proud of you for doing that. Yep, that's my dad. Oh no. Write that down. Someone's probably not been note-taking is what I'm taking with that, because I've got no fucking clue. Then the guy gets really angry at a phone. So apparently we've invented phones on the island. Got it. Mushrooms! That's definitely going to be the Sam's. No, Storm's... This is a cat licking, so Storm is eating the mushrooms. Got it. I'm God, okay. This is Storm probably doing the whole, I'm God, it's fine. I would never cheat. Guilt. There is so much going on. There's a wank hand. I want plants everywhere. No, this is... What? My throat is already getting sore. I need to take a sippy sip. I'm already so fucking lost about everything.
This is not helpful at all.
This is what you get! So, going back over, we've got the wank hand. I want plants everywhere, which is basically we want to make sure the nature is still everywhere. Then peace out. That's probably referring to daddy going bye-bye. Who is your daddy? What does he do? Then everyone's just like, none of us have any actual clue what our dads do, which is true. Love you, dad. Pip, pip, cheer it, porn. We went from love you, dad, pip, pip to porn. I'm choosing to skip over that completely, and we are open the gate. So that's basically them stating that, yeah, it's fine. We'll open our gates and our hearts to everyone. We're not going to like it, but we're going to do it. I'm a member of the Imperial Senate on a diplomatic mission to all the... This is us just being, yes, we did good job. We are diplomatic here. Yes, very good. Very well done.
We got a
Well,
hydrate,
we've just
by the way.
destroyed... good. Sippy sip again. And there's the kitty scrolling, so I'm assuming just cats looking at homes. Yes, I'd like to relocate to this house, please, actually. What do you need? We must have... Did you summon your daddy back? I'm like, actually, Papa, before you go, we need something extra. So he comes back and is like, what? I was halfway through to Alabama. I was trying to remember the Albuquerque line. I got the wrong name. Time to learn. That's Kovac. Oh, it's even messaged by Kovac. You will learn. And then just after everyone has started, everyone immediately goes, this was a bad idea, and just lays down going, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. Then the kitty eyes come out. It's like, guys, you can do it, please. This is more than likely, I'm going to assume, Storm trying to win over Breath of Air, and Breath of Air just going, fuck your love, fuck your love, fuck your rules. And then goodbye. I will be sinning in front of God. Concerned. Saying goodbye. I don't know if that was us leaving or Daddy leaving again for the third time after Storm said, actually, I want to make sure I have a pony this time. I'll be sinning in front of God. Sure, we all want to do that, apart from those who don't sin because reasons. And then I just want to watch the world burn. That's just everyone's mental state at the moment. Has nothing to do with the game. That's simply, what's going to happen. Oh, that's the end of that recap, and then I suddenly go into it tonight, and I will remember.
We need a review. We need a review of how well you did with episode 48 first.
Wait, 49 is this episode.
Yeah, because I kept going because there was more on the thing.
Yeah.
I know.
I separate the sessions.
Yeah.
Guaranteed train wreck. Yes.
My feelings have been noted.
Was that about my recap? Because if we get Thalai doing that, Kalan to do it next week, and Kalan hasn't watched the episode, he'll just see absolute train wreck and be like, "What did you guys do?"
So who wants to actually recap based off the gifts, knowing most of the context of them?
Give me a score on.
Yes, definitely. Sam was apparently polymorphed into a fish.
Monkey and a fish.
Okay.
Wait, was it actually?
No.
No. So
Okay.
that was
The wrong daddy as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah! Oh my god! I forgot about that.
What? No. Okay. Proper recap time. Come on.
The reason
Now I remember the fish.
Yes.
I still have no context.
the reason there was a fish is because Kovac wanted to try to use the Tome of Misspell helpfully. It has Speak with Dead in there. So we have two dead bodies. There we go.
But Mug suggested trying it on a dead fish in case it was something else with dead.
Yeah.
So did you speak to the dead fish's dad?
No. I spoke
Yes,
to my
no.
dad.
Yeah,
And the
well,
dead fish spoke the words back. Hence the singing bass.
Animated and
Animal messenger.
so now we have a way to talk to everyone's dads.
Every spellcaster's dead.
Oh.
Every spellcaster's dad, and as opposed to it being like a sending spell, you can just have like a back and forth dialogue for up to a minute.
Yep.
Yeah.
Last one.
Also-
You can speak with your dad.
Yep.
Wait, I was gonna say, me doing this every week only works if I've not watched the previous episode. Okay, if I know what happens, there's no point in
no.
doing it.
Kalan is definitely doing next week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So all of the dad ones are because Kovac's dad showed up. Then the whole
Showed up.
Through the fish.
through the fish. Then
Also,
the whole...
the God of Catch 'em All is in reference to the books because Kovac is now in possession. Well, technically,
Oh,
Storm is in possession of both the books.
Got it. So do you
Storm's
want to
in
go from
possession of the other book.
Yeah, do you want to go from top to bottom of the memes to
I-
kind of get?
I don't know
Or-
some of this, but still.
Okay.
After the whole write that down was because Kovac's dad was all like, "You must take good notes," and she was like, "Yes, father, I always do," because yeah. And then the call ended dramatically, which is why the phone's being smashed because I didn't get an answer to some of the questions I wanted. I don't know why.
What's the I died, now I'm dead? Necromancy. Oh, because he might have been with a spell for the fish.
Yeah. I don't know why there's a mushroom.
I can't remember the mushroom, but there was a
Because we were
reference to
talking
the
about
mushroom.
licking mushrooms.
That's right.
Right,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes,
Because
and
you and
you didn't need to lick
Sam.
the mushrooms because you've already licked.
I've
all
already
the
licked all the mushrooms on the island.
Mhm.
Yeah.
yes, you, Sam, and Thog went out licking mushrooms.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
that sounds
did.
alright. Which Sam?
Yes.
Both.
Oh.
And then
We also
Some-
discovered that the thing wasn't there anymore.
The statue. Yes.
The
Yeah.
statue.
Oh, thank fuck.
I
Did they take it down or did it just go?
It disappeared.
It
It disappeared after an hour.
Okay.
I've had to skip some of these because I don't know, but the whole cheering Pip is because Pip was really excited to go to the village, and she never came back. We think she might still be there.
Oh, Pip. Rising
Yeah.
just Pip.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it. No,
Yeah.
and
So
then
the one that
Pawn?
you said was guilt was cult, I think.
Hmm.
Or is it?
Yes, because
Yes, it is. Yes.
cult.
Yes.
Oh, it does say cult. It looked like guilt.
Mm-mm.
And then the wank
Okay.
harm.
I don't know what the porn reference was,
Me neither.
Um.
and the we are open.
I mean, the we are open.
It's-
I'm
No,
assuming was the island.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the island. I feel like the pawn was because we made some jokes about like
Yeah,
daddy
yeah.
stuff.
Probably,
Again.
yeah.
It always comes back to daddy.
Then a few other things happened. Then Kovac was talking about, I'm going to teach him common and some other stuff. And then Mug just said, I'm sure that's going to be a miserable time for all involved.
That's on brand.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to the village. We are going to the village because all the villagers agreed to open the island up to the world. So we're going to go and say hi.
Yay.
It is time to open up diplomatic relations.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
did also offer previously to attempt to help teach any of them druidism if they wanted. But also, I don't know how long that actually takes. So,
A long time.
Mhm.
I think you've got 5 hours. Go.
They turn
This
one
is a
toe into a
crash
rabbit.
course.
You turn one toe right now. Do that with all the others. If anyone's here seen Steven Universe, it's just the episode with all the cat fingers. It's just all the cat fingers.
Steven, no!
I know.
They showed that as part of his trauma as well in Steven Universe Future.
I've seen it all.
He was all like, I lost control of my body and turned into cat. You're like, Anyway. shall we play Dungeons back?
Yeah, it might be a good idea.
Hmm.
Go kiss a tree and get a fur coat. Druid 101. I mean, you're not wrong. Okay. So, you have been given free reign of the island. It's getting a bit later, but you have been offered to be brought down to the village if you want to introduce yourselves and finally meet the locals.
Yes.
You're not exactly sure how things will go.
I mean, they've
Storm has
already
also
met me.
convinced Atua to go down there as well.
Yes. Which will be
What?
very
What's his
interesting.
code name again? Something Blizzard Snow. Something Snow.
Tempest Snow. Tempest.
Yeah.
Tempest.
Snow,
Tempest
yeah.
Yeah,
Snow.
Tempest
right.
Snow. Yeah,
Yeah.
Tempest Snow.
Which reminds
Okay.
me, I should probably open up my notes that I have for
Mhm.
character.
Yes, always useful.
Yeah. That involves finding them.
So, we're making our way down to
The village.
the village.
That.
While we are going, Kovac will probably have a chat with Storm.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a private conversation, so other people could jump in, but essentially she'll walk up alongside Storm and say, you specifically requested a consultation in regards to my actions on this island.
Oh, yeah. Wait, what are you planning?
I am attempting to ascertain what aspects of myself I should be comfortable presenting, or what I should hold back on. For instance, the fact that I am blue and mostly hairless might be enough of a shock. My ability to move things with my mind might be a bit much for them. That has already been observed with another one of your colleagues.
I
So-
think do not use magic unless it is requested of you.
Can I inform them? Can I inform them of my ability to perform feats of magic?
Not yet.
And-
We will let us ease into that conversation, and then
Okay.
once it is known, if they are curious or we are like, hey Kovac, maybe you can do a thing, then maybe you can do a thing.
I've just had a really bad idea.
So at this point, Mug is working out what sort of amazing, dazzling, magical display he can put on for the village.
Let me
Just dancing lights
He's
is
not saying
plenty.
anything. He's just thinking in his mind, oh yeah, that's going to be good.
Let me
presents
just
a lighter. That's magic enough.
let me just put it this way. They did not even know that I could use my abilities.
But didn't you stay all the time in a temple?
No, of course not. She just grins at you with the biggest grin on her face, like she knows that she definitely should have, but she most certainly did not.
You didn't.
It's the mischief skin. You get the idea from it. You can tell that you're like, ah. There's more to that comment than she's let it go.
Oh yeah.
Storm,
Yeah.
if we are visiting, should we provide gifts?
Oh, it's
I'm not familiar with what your guidelines of hospitality would be.
Oh,
That's an interesting question.
okay. Well, first of all, we do not trade in currency, so you must be willing to part with trade. This could be with time and favor, or with item of value. But our idea of value is very different to what you may expect. It is of value of what it is used to person, not value of currency.
Well, from my perspective, knowledge is the ultimate gift, so I shouldn't have any issues there.
Kovek, and she puts a hand on your shoulder. I don't know if that will work out for you, but very good luck to you.
Fine, they can have some cyanide and alcohol.
Not at the same time, correct?
That's up to them.
Kovek, it is not for you to decide what they want. It is for them to decide what they request of you.
Oh,
There are certain things in my possession I am unwilling to part with.
And that is okay, but they might also in turn be unwilling to part with the things that you request of them. That is how trade and barter works here.
I just wanted to offer to teach them something.
That's okay, but their value for that knowledge may not be the same as what you expect.
I don't want anything in return. I'm doing this out of the goodness of my innards.
Well, that is different then. That is not the same.
How about we just go there and see what happens?
We're talking about trade. But to answer your question, Mug, this is all while we're walking.
Mm-hmm.
They are not going to be able to understand you. Oh wait, you have magic
Yeah.
to let you do this. I guess you can do that. Just be respectful. You are a stranger in their space. It's very complicated because you see, we're all like big family because we all know each other. So like, there's no point bringing gift to a person that you see like every day, you know?
But you've also been gone for a very long time.
Yeah, that doesn't normally happen. Also, I guess fish are really good gifts if you really want to give someone something. But also, like, I'd sort of like it would be like me giving you a gift for saying hello.
Will they expect a gift from you given how long you've been away?
No, but I do like to give them flower crowns from time to time. A lot
Okay.
of the time.
do you have any more of the fireworks left over?
I used them all.
Because that would have been something they would have never have seen, I would assume.
That would be
Yeah.
very thrilling.
I hadn't even seen fireworks before.
And yet you bought them.
It was
Yes.
exciting.
How did you know what to expect?
The salesperson told us all about it. Also, Thug had seen them before, and he was telling me all about it and how much fun it would be, and it was indeed fun.
Okay.
And loud. Little bit louder than I expected first time.
Explosions tend to be loud.
Any other questions?
How many people are down in this village?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't actually remember. Ash, how many did we decide there were the population?
Well, how many were there when Storm left?
Yeah.
When Storm left, the population was probably close to around 400.
So not a lot.
Oh,
It's very small.
okay.
So we know there's at least one less, and possibly some more babies.
Was anyone pregnant when you left?
I didn't think to ask.
And
Are you sure it's not yours?
how
Look at
big
us.
are their litters?
Oh, usually only like 1 or 2, but sometimes like 3 or 4.
5 or 6.
Oh
9
yeah,
and 12.
like look, it is not unheard of, but you know, it's usually like 1 or 2.
Okay. I assumed with the cat affiliation that you might be more prolific. Never mind.
Well, as I said, it's not uncommon for 3 or 4, but it's usually like 1 or 2.
Okay.
I was an only one. I did not have any kin.
But you're also not
You-
technically a cat.
You would be half.
But Mama was.
But your father is a djinn.
Yeah,
Ah.
I never really thought about that.
We can call you a Jinling.
A what?
A Jinling. Offspring of a Jin. A Jinling.
I feel like there's another term for that.
A Jeanette.
I'm gonna make a history check.
I prefer cat.
22?
Are you trying to legitimize the word Genasi?
Does Kovac know the word Janati, basically?
You had a read of the book that Storm got access to, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yes, then you would.
Okay. Storm, the book you have makes reference to what you are. You would be an air Janati.
No, I think I am just cat.
I sense this may become another rather futile conversation, so I will cease expending an effort in this endeavor.
Okay. And she like bounces and skips ahead. She's excited. She is like bouncing on her feet, and like literally skipping her way there. She is so excited.
Skip it away.
Downtown.
Walking fast.
As you start making your way towards town, is anyone not coming, by the way, actually, is probably a very good question to ask. I assume everyone is, but
Mm-hmm.
always good to check.
And just in case Thalai was resisting, he's being dragged along for the ride.
You first come across the first border marker that you... Well, Sam has seen this previously, but for the rest of you, this is the first time you're seeing this one here. Clearly denoting the territory of the monks and where the townsfolk are permitted to go past. So it seems they are allowed on the upper plateau, but not past this marker, so not anywhere near the mountain. And definitely not near the south end of the beach.
Interesting.
Yeah, there is a distinct, like, almost like an invisible wall that no one will cross over.
What's interesting is that because Mug and Kovac landed here, neither one of us actually saw the marker, so she has no context as to this place being all special.
We did hear about them from the Sams, though, didn't we?
Yes, the Sams did mention that they had seen them.
Right, yeah, okay.
As you make your way closer to the village, you can see from your vantage point up on the plateau, there is clearly some fires lit as there is a bit of light coming from what seems to be the center of town. The road does fork off to the side, though, and there does seem to be a solitary, quite large tent, a tent-like shape building erected to the west a bit, that stands on its own. Storm, you would recognize it as the alchemist's lab.
Which
of
one,
the
F
island.
or the B?
B.
P.
Is that put in a tent because they got tired of rebuilding a building after it blew up?
Potentially.
What is the purpose of this structure, Storm?
Oh, that. Oops. Hang on. Let me just remember where I'm up to. I don't remember the person's name. Oh, that's right. That is Trueflower's home.
We've met Trueflower, haven't we?
No.
Oh no. Okay.
That answer may not be as useful as it could otherwise be.
Oh, I really like Trueflower. We were talking about her earlier. Remember when I was talking about all of the mushrooms on the island and mixing things and experiments? Yeah,
Experiments, you say?
yeah. There were
Hmm.
some concoctions that were not very delicious.
It will be interesting to see how your society treats innovators. Perhaps we can find the time to pay them a visit later.
I may have blacked out for some of our experiments.
I will be careful.
Yeah, it was fine. Trueflower always looked after me very good. Does it look like she's home?
Whilst you do see smoke coming from the top, you cannot hear or see any movement within. So there is definitely a fire left going. Whether or not it is attended is another story altogether.
Okay.
Seems unsafe.
Seems very classic of her to leave it going in her stead. Storm will like stop for a second, stare real intently at the hut, and be like, "She's not home. Let's keep going."
All right.
I will introduce her later if I find her. She's so delightful. I really like her.
As you start making your way over the plateau and starting to make your way down, the road is steep but quite well carved into the rock face, and so is easy to traverse. But you do start to hear over the sound of the forest coming closer and closer is the sound of music. Starting to waft into the air. It seems that there is a celebration of sorts happening.
Mug, now might be the time.
Storm thinks about the time of year it is, and would she be familiar with this celebration?
No. There should not be a celebration at this time.
Atwa.
Do we all hear the music?
Yes.
She's gonna like fall back to Atwa. I'm like, Atwa, are they celebrating something?
It sounds like it. I mean, why would they not celebrate me coming amongst them?
Oh yeah, I didn't think of that. Wait, are you just saying that because you're full of yourself? Or is that actually what they're celebrating?
He does not reply, but gives you a sly smile and a bit of a wink as he moves on.
She like narrows her eyes at him like, I am suspicious of you. Okay. And then she like skips ahead and excitedly goes to investigate.
I actually need to put him in. I just realized I had not put him down.
Ah, there he is.
Right. As you make your way down, from your vantage point, you can see that there is indeed a festival of sorts happening. You can see that there is a number of, apart from the main fire in the center of town, a number of fire pits scattered around the camps, and a number of the catfolk are dancing around playing some strange instruments that you're not too familiar with. Though some of them resemble something akin to a bagpipe, and you may start to understand where Storm got her appreciation of the musical device from.
This is where the evil lives, Scott.
Mug will roll his eyes and start to get the loot out.
Storm is excitedly pulling her bagpipes out, and there is no one who can stop her.
Does Sam have an instrument?
I still reckon we need to infiltrate somewhere as a band sometime.
I have a horn. It makes one note. Loud.
No, it's fine. Kovac can be the sound engineer.
Sound tech.
No, not sound deck. Kovac is lights control.
Pyrotechnics.
The entire talk about us going in and not.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
we got raided by Grey, and I didn't notice because I was too busy, like...
Somehow he rated
no.
with 10 and 1.
Yeah, how did you raid twice, bro? I'll say,
How
hey,
did
Grey,
you
how
do
you
the
doing?
thing?
And naturally, I'm to blame.
Oh, the
If we
shout-out
are-
will not work, sorry.
Once we are getting within like potential people seeing us kind of range, I'm going to cast comprehend languages on myself
Okay.
because I want to be able to understand them.
Yes.
Sorry, no. I was doing an also shout out to people in the chat. I'm going to type it instead. It's fine.
Yes, love you. Yeah, as you were coming down the hill, you can see them dancing and partying. There seems to be plates of food being passed around. It definitely seems a communal thing that everyone shares in everything here. There is a number of central fire pits that people are dancing around, but there are people moving back and forth between the different ones. So it seems potentially different families host their own pits, and others can come back and forth and try the wares or goods that are available at those locations.
Oh, it's like Quest.
Kind of. As you approach the first of the campsites in front of F there, you do see that there is a bit of a field there of crops, but there is a small campsite there. The music almost abruptly stops, and all eyes are upon you all. With your comprehend languages active, you can hear whispering back and forth of, What are they? I don't know, I've never seen anything like it before. Are these the strange creatures from outside that they spoke of? Sato wasn't joking, they are weird.
Mug.
Mug will also cast tongues.
Storm will, like, lead the group with Atua, and, like, she'll actually grab his hand and drag him with her.
As you are approaching, you do hear a call out from the crowd. You don't quite make out her words, but
Pip?
within a matter of moments, there was someone with arms wrapped around Storm, hugging her in an almost vice-like grip.
This is not Pip. This is someone else.
No, it is not Pip.
It's True Flower?
No, it is not True Flower.
Oh.
No.
Storm, you immediately recognize her as the town seamstress. Sky full of stars.
Oh, that's a really cute name. Oh, I love her. Can we keep her?
She seems to be a bit more aged than most of the others around. Not quite what you would call like an old lady, but definitely more senior of the group. And despite that, she seems to have a decent amount of strength to her as she does slightly lift Storm off the ground as she is hugging her before putting her back down on the ground and going, Where the blazes have you been?
Storm just looks at her with, like, the happiest expression on her face. She was squeezing her back too. Sky, it has been so long since I have seen you. I have been on the wildest adventure. I went and explored the world a little bit. I have so many tales to tell.
We often spoke of it, but I didn't think you would ever try it.
Well,
What's it like out there?
well,
Cecil said it's a strange and not so welcoming place, but can be.
yeah, that's about accurate. There are so many wonderful things, though. I learned so many new things, and there are so many cool things too. Things that I could never have imagined being on this island. But there is a lot of trouble out there too. Got to be careful. I
Did
can't
you
wait
get to
tell
see
you
more
about
of the stars?
Yes! Oh, did you know that when you go to different parts of the land, you see different stars?
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I told them, but they didn't believe me.
Do you want to know
I'd seen
something
it. There
else?
was a changing in the stars. Yeah, yes.
I
Yeah.
started to recognize some of the places that not Atwa, what's the island? Wenua.
Wenua.
That Wenua went to. We went to places nearby.
Huh? Hmm.
The waters are wide, but so is the land, apparently.
And then almost immediately she seems to lose interest and suddenly hone in on Kovac. You dearie! And she immediately just comes over and just pulls at the hem of your clothing. What is this? What is this? I've never seen anything made of this kind of fabric before.
Storm, could you tell her it's wool and linen?
And she walks up behind her, Sky, and puts her hand on her shoulders. She says it is wool and linen. Wool is made from
Sheep.
sheep, and linen is made from.
It's grown.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah,
was-
like the fibers here. Okay. Sky. The linen parts, which is like this part here and over here, is grown like the coconut fibers that we use here, and the other fibers used, like the plant fibers. It's similar to like this, and it's woven. I presume the same. But this other one is this woolen one. It is sheared from the back of an animal, and then turned into fabric. I don't know how that one works.
It is a very hairy animal, says Mug in cat.
She looks at you just. You speak our tongue. How? How's it? Have you taught them?
No, it's temporary.
I learn quickly, but forget also very quickly.
Me, Thalai, Sam, and Bart are all just going like, yeah, this is, yeah, cool. No
Um,
idea. Yeah.
Storm.
Presumably you're hearing meow meow
Yeah,
wool,
yeah, yeah.
meow meow
Yes.
linen.
Meow, 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 meow. This little bitch.
And,
And-
again, almost immediately she loses interest and suddenly zones in on Thalai, and he's chainmail and armor, and starts pulling and poking at that. Ooh, I'm most intrigued. It's woven like fabric, but it's made of a metallic substance.
I think
I
you
just
could
nudged
probably.
Can we play as the lie?
I was gonna say, I nudge at Thalai, being like, "You're in there, big boy."
Uh,
Someone's making the first move.
Storm just leans and goes, "Oh yeah, I don't exactly know how it works. I can probably show you. Maybe I'll teach you. I think it's a blacksmithing thing, though. But yeah,
At that, she just goes, "Oh, we'll go tell Strength. He'll like that."
yeah. But maybe he can make you some, and you can incorporate it into your designs.
Chainmail
Perhaps.
bikinis are the height of fashion.
Perhaps, but yeah, I don't think so.
She just rolls her eyes.
two different artistes having their spats
Uh-huh,
and
uh-huh.
squabbles. Oh,
That's why she's like,
that.
I think it's more of a blacksmithing thing.
Could somebody ask her what kind of clothing she makes?
The blue lady would like to commission you for a dress.
Of course, of course. Yes.
I have no money.
You don't need
It's
money.
fine.
Money is not spent
You-
here.
You can get further into debt to your loan shark mug.
At this, she actually pulls out a whisker and then pulls something out of a pouch on her pocket and seems to dip the tip of the whisker in and almost starts to use it like a quill of sorts.
Ah,
She starts what you can only assume is measuring you up. Except it's the strangest way you've ever seen it happen. She occasionally sniffs you, and then at one point, you're not quite sure as she ducked around behind you, but you think you felt a lick on the back of your neck.
Meow. Sorry, cat meowed.
Storm was getting real into the role play.
Wait, is
There
Fidget
is-
still with you? Am I just hearing cat noises now?
Fidget is fast asleep behind me on the couch.
Okay, I just heard random
It's
cat.
right-
Oh no, it's the
right
cat out the
there.
window.
Right
Wait,
there.
It's the cat out the window.
Let
Okay.
the cat in. Let the
Fact,
cat
I'm
in.
pretty sure she's snoring.
I went to let the cat in, except it was the wrong cat. Okay.
There is a moment right after the lick where Kovac like begins the somatic component of a spell just kind of as a reflex, but then she's like, no, it's fine.
Storm. During all of this, Storm does say to Kovac, "Kovac, do you not remember my clothes that I wear when I'm not forced to wear Xel'nari outfit?
I do, but
They're a little tattered, but they were made by Sky.
interesting.
I attempted
How
to
is it-
fix them, but I didn't do a very good job.
I was more curious about the potential variety. I thought it could be an interesting cultural observation.
Oh, you'll get to see all of the costumes and the outfits she has made.
Costumes?
Well, I suppose we're celebrating something, so yeah. I presume some of the traditional costumes will come out too. Hey, Sky, what are we celebrating in the village? Why is everybody gathered?
You, of course, and all of. What do you refer to them as? They, them, things?
Yes, but not when I speak common, which is what they speak.
What is the term for them?
Well, they like people. But this one,
And you hear her just. People.
yeah.
That's a good start.
Would you like to know their names?
Hmm.
I could tell you their races, but I'm not really good at remembering them, to be perfectly honest.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. This one is Kovac. She is a Vedelkin. This one, oh no, those two over there, they are, they're twin.
And
They're
at this,
like
she has completely lost all interest in what you're saying and suddenly notices the two Sams
That's exactly what she's pointing at. You know,
and dives over to them. How are they the same?
they're
That is
like
most peculiar.
they're like from same litter, but look
Oh,
identical.
I could make the most interesting of outfits for these two.
Sam,
And she
Sam,
immediately
she
starts
wants to make you
measuring them up as
outfits.
well.
They're going to be matching.
Oh, shouldn't have made that joke. No, they can't. Yeah, they don't understand me. It's fine. I can say this. Yeah, what form? My animal, my pigeon, my bird, my duck. It's funny because they can't understand me.
She turns to
tired.
Sky and goes, "They both turn into animals sometimes."
She stops in the middle of measuring and just turns to you, Storm. She's like, "What? Could
You could make a lot of matching outfits for them.
could I potentially
I think
get some resources?
that Sam over there would look great in a little red vest.
What did she say? Resources?
Yes.
I don't think it works like that. Oh, all of my friends here, they are magic.
What is magic?
Okay, can I show you something? But please don't freak out.
I feel like I will probably freak out, but okay.
Okay. And she just goes, and she just uses like her elemental control to like grab a bit of the sand on the ground and like swoop it up into her hand, and it's just a little swirling storm in her hand, like this.
And you immediately recognize this as something that she has done before, just before freaking out. And if you've seen Moana, it is the moment of hey hey, and you know what's about to come. She's and then just and just screaming at the top of her lungs, and runs and hides behind the next tallest person other than your group. So one of the other cat folk. And then, after a moment, just pokes her head out from behind them.
Storm, what did you do?
I just showed her what magic is. See, this is why you all should be very careful about using your abilities.
Oh, it's time to show everyone our
No!
magic, guys.
Don't!
The rest of the onlookers seem to be intrigued and interested in what is happening. There is also a lot of murmuring back and forth between them of, she controls the winds. She is blessed by Atua, truly.
And at this point, she can hear, and she like returns the soil back, or the sand back to the earth, and goes, I think we should probably walk forward and explain to them what is happening. I thought Breath was supposed to have already done this. Subtle, wasn't this already like... Okay, I can do this. What do they already know?
Very little.
There is also a big difference between what you have been told and what you have been shown.
Yeah.
There's also
Okay.
a very big difference between what you can do and what we can do.
I know. You're not allowed to do anything yet.
Okay.
Okay, you all just wait here for a second. Sky, I love you, but I will come back to you in a minute. She switches between common and cat. Atua? Ah, wait, Tempest.
Oh no!
Cat's out of the bag immediately.
You know what? It doesn't matter. Come with me. And she like grabs his hand again and drags him forward to the people.
The only thing that would have made that better was to go, Atua, oh shit, Daddy.
I mean, it's not like they're far away. They are around you. They definitely would have been in hearing distance of what you just said.
Yeah, but she like steps forward and like addresses them. Hello, everybody. Hi. Okay. I don't know how much you have been told, and as you can see, I am gifted. How much do you think is too much? It's okay. You know what? We figure it out. First of all, I have been chosen as the new speaker of the village. I am the one that speaks for Atua. To all of you, and I bring his messages. I walk in the steps, the footsteps of my mother, of Mama. Close enough. The old speaker has gone to be with Atua in spirit, and we will hold a formal ceremony for his passing soon. And also, it is my honor to let you all know that Atwa has graced us with his presence one last time before he chooses to ascend further back to the heavens, where he will watch over us as we grow, without hindering our growth. And this is where she grabs Atwa's hand and pulls him forward.
There is a mixed murmuring amongst the crowds.
And
And as the two step forward, you hear a voice call out from amongst the crowd. I knew it! I told you
They
all!
all called me crazy.
Storm continues with, "It has been a very long time since he has had conversations with mortals, beyond the speaker. So please be patient with him, as he is not in practice. I can help, I think."
As you bring Atua forward, there is a moment of pause, some subtle whispers back and forth between the crowd, and then he is
Damn it, my kitty paws are elsewhere.
swarmed as they all rush forward as there is a moment of recognition. And he, standing a good foot or so taller than the rest of them, looks back over you with the look of, "What have you done?"
She just gives him the look of, "I told you this was happening."
Mug will also send a telepathic message going, this is what you get for playing God.
She lets it go on for a minute or two before she sort of tries to grab everyone's attention a little bit.
You have lost the crowd.
Okay.
They indulging in his presence, asking 1,000,001 questions and presenting offerings to him. They have all but completely forgot you and the rest of the visitors exist, except for one who steps out from the crowd. He wears upon his head a strange apparatus of sorts that seems to be a pair of almost bifocals. There is that moment of where he steps in front of Storm and looks her over once or twice and goes, "Oh, it is so good to see you again. So, you must tell me everything. I knew that I was right. I knew that I could not be wrong about everything." And then he looks over the roof and looks straight to Kovic. He goes, "Ah! A scholar amongst them, I see."
I presume this
Yoda?
is...
Sorry.
I presume this is quiet?
No, this is Clever Wish.
Oh.
Clever wish?
Oh.
Clever boy.
Oh, of course. That makes way more sense.
He is dressed a lot more formally than the rest of the townsfolk who are currently in a lot more looser and lighter clothing for partying. He seems to have been dressed in what would be, I guess, you would consider a uniform of his status.
Oh, I love him already.
Storm just turns to him and goes, "Wish, I think you two will get along, but communication might be a little bit of a challenge. However..." Nope, that won't work.
I'll sidle over. I can understand you.
Oh, most fantastic. It is good that you have been teaching them the language.
No, I don't think Kovic can actually speak cat. She can only
Yes, no.
speak,
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so I would say to Storm, tell him I can understand him, but not the other way around.
Wish, this is Kovic. And
Kovic.
yeah, she can for the
I
time
understood
being,
that word.
she can for the time being understand what you say, but cannot speak in kind. Actually, wait. Kovac, can you cast that spell that makes you be able to read my scribble on other people?
No, unfortunately not.
That is not useful.
However-
Kovac,
Yes?
tap on the shoulder. You can thank me later.
Oh, what did you... Ah. Hello, I'm Kovac Royazi.
Oh, my. You pick up the language very quickly.
Something like that.
What's happened?
Wish, I must inform you that outside of this island there are... Well, you saw what I did with my hands before, correct?
Yes.
All of my friends are filled with magic.
May I?
Is that much like the rest of the world?
Yes, but not everybody can do it. But there are a lot of people who can.
I move my hand through the air and create a minor illusion. It's basically a smear of blackness, and appearing within it is fireworks. They go... And then it goes away.
Don't do too many of them.
Drops down the lens and tries to look at the smoke before it finally dissipates. And most impressive. Tell me, Kovac, is this something that can be studied?
Oh, Kovac's made a friend.
Oh,
Kovac's made a friend.
Extensively. Allow me to introduce you to the wonders of prestidigitation.
She just
And they
like
just walk off into the sunset with each other holding hands.
she just leans over to Wish and whispers in his ear, or like leans in and whispers to him and goes, I forgot what the expression is. Anyway, be careful what you wish for. She can talk a lot.
Fantastic. Please, do talk more. Is it something that you need a natural affinity for, or can anyone acquire this knowledge?
It can be taught, assuming you are sufficiently intellectually inclined.
Fabulous.
It does take a few years, though, to fully grasp.
Mm-hmm. I must get out into this outside world and find more like you, then.
Oh,
And confirm some of my theorems.
Wish. If
You want stories,
if you wish to expand your knowledge and go elsewhere in the world, and she points over to Barda, I guess, this is Barda. She might be able to take you to where I have been staying, which is called a place called the Xel'nari.
You recruit.
There are many artisans and knowledges and things to learn there. Lots of skill, lots of magic, lots of knowledge. I think you would like the archivist.
Archivist. Intriguing.
They are
Tell me about.
They are like mechanical, but alive with magic. Like your little gadgets, but alive on its own, like with spirit and personality.
Artificer.
It's a little bit dry though, but it's still there.
The face you're giving Zoe.
you should ask. You should ask Kovac the story about how the halfling friend of theirs defeated a dragon.
Oh, I was like, no, I didn't. Oh. I forgot
And
about
Mug has like the most innocent-looking face.
I have two
that you
questions.
can
Looking at Margie, I have two questions about this. One,
get. What is a dragon?
what is a halfling, and what is a dragon?
Okay, they're halflings.
And this is a dragon, and I conjure an illusion.
Storm, wax your arm.
You do the visual. I'll do the sound of the wings.
Yes.
And then Sam just there doing the little fire as well. Produce flame. Just...
So it has to be within a 5-foot cube. So also contained within that cube is an illusion of a halfling for scale.
Most intriguing. It seems to be a combination of the Mahi Mahi and the Komoho.
Yeah,
Scales of the Komoho, but wings of the Mahi Mahi.
kind of. I see it. I see it.
The
And this,
Muggle here in his
not understanding that it is a thing of scale, he's looking at the, I assume, fairly small illusion of a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And these are defeating something like this is a challenge.
Oh no. We should
I'll-
see the little person that is here.
Oh, puts down another set of lenses. Ah,
That is
yes.
that is Sam over there. In scale to this creature.
oh. Turns to the Sams, not knowing exactly which one to address. And you managed to defeat something of this magnitude on your own. Wow, magic must be most impressive.
can't understand what they're saying. They've just been like,
Storm doesn't interpret or translate. Just goes, they can turn into animals. It's pretty cool.
Could you turn into one of these?
Sam, she says in comment. Sam, can you turn into a dragon?
no,
Can you turn into a Komodo dragon?
Yes.
I can't, but someone can.
I was like,
Yes.
Oh, but I can do this. And I turn into a dodo.
she goes to turn to Wish and say no, and then that happens. She's like,
Fascinating.
See? I told you, it needs a red vest.
Are you saying that in common, or are you saying that?
I'll say that in common.
Okay. You scared
Now-
a... Get your
Most
fucking hands off of me.
Now, your name was Wish, correct?
A clever wish, yes.
Clever Wish. Interesting. Though this fascinations with our being is most enjoyable from our perspective, if you wish to truly engage in exploring the wider world or having a conversation that lasts more than an hour, I think we best get down to business and explain the common tongue to you.
Defeat.
Fantastic, yes.
So I'll
Come along then.
I'll take him aside. I'll pull out some paper. I'll conjure a quill, which I'm sure will it'll, like conjure some oohs and ahs, of course. And then I'll begin explaining the basics. He seems like he'd be a rather quick study.
He directs you away from the fire of the campsite, puts a few sticks together on the ground, and then pulls a small red bead from his pouch and throws it at it, which ignites into a small fire. Sit. Let us discuss. There is much to learn, and I thirst for this knowledge.
Storm like breathes a sigh of relief that it's like, okay, she has a babysitter now.
Love it. I love it. Also,
Because Kovic would have thought that so many times about Storm. It's great irony.
Oh, good, she's being babysat. All right. Whew.
yeah.
You-
Also,
you attempt to teach, and whilst he does have a thirst for the knowledge, he has almost as many questions that he keeps trying to interject with about the outside world, the scale of it, the kind of denizens that live within it. You find it very hard to refocus him on actually learning the language. But what you do try to get through to him, he picks up extremely quickly.
If nothing else, if I can get a functioning equivalency between their have they got a written language?
Yes.
Yes.
Storm has been
Okay,
using
so if I can get a functional equivalency between their written language and the common tongue in terms of just characters, more or less, then even once the mug spell is gone, then the two of them can continue to converse via the written word.
Can you make me an insight check, please?
I can certainly try. That is a 12, unfortunately.
No.
He does attempt to teach you the intricacies of their written language, but you are not picking it up as fast as you would like. There is a lot of strange conjectures and symbols that have possible double or triple meanings depending on where they are placed within the sentence, or other inflictions from previous characters that make it quite difficult to learn and to translate across to common.
Have I got any transferable skills from the fact that I also know Draconic, Dwarvish, Elvish, and Vidalcan?
No, they are not similar in any way.
Bother. Well, I try.
Dwarven would probably be the closest. Just then, it is a mostly symbolic language.
But it's a lot more expressive than any dwarven language.
Dwarven is a little bit more straight to the point.
Okay, well,
This
I'll
would
be
be
off doing
like
that.
probably the best description of it would be like combining Italian with hieroglyphs.
Are there a lot of context-based hand gestures as well with this language?
Not with the written, but yes, with verbal there is a bit of not necessarily hand gestures, but body language does confer, and so translating that into a written format is the difficult part that you're struggling a bit with.
To ask a question, you just have to flick your whiskers.
Pretty much.
And don't forget the X, like cats do when they're watching birds.
The keckles.
The cackle. Y'all know what I'm on about. I'm not crazy.
All right.
Yeah.
You can possibly be lost in that for some time.
Oh yes, absolutely. I'll probably pay another visit to Mug after an hour and go, could I
Top
have
up?
another one? Yes, please.
I don't know whether I'll have spare spell slots by that stage.
We shall see.
I will actually go over to Samantha.
Yeah, that's me.
It seems you're being a bit left out. Do you want to be able to speak with these people as well?
Bark.
Oh, you're a bird at the moment.
I'm still a dodo.
Okay. Telepathy.
Oh, look, see, I can still understand. You hear in your head, I can still understand you. You know that.
Yeah.
This is fun. Like, I'll let you know now. This is slightly out of character. The idea I had earlier, that not the nasty idea, is like if I came in as a dodo and just suddenly turn into a person,
Oh, God.
would the entire cat people suddenly be like, all of the dodos aren't real. They're all gonna be people.
It's a lie.
That's
It's a lie.
It's
We're
all a
sorry
lie.
we made them extinct.
Suddenly, raid
Yeah,
sirens
yeah.
go off.
But you'll hear back in your head. It's like this is probably not, the place for me to really be interacting. I'm happy just birding, as long as they don't eat me. They do that with these birds, I think.
Well, Samuel can presumably keep you safe. I'm
Did
not
Samuel turn
sure-
into a Komodo?
He can. He hasn't.
He has, right? As I was just double checking to see if he had or hadn't. I was like, no, it's okay. I'll change out. Samantha's not paying much attention to the people around her. Just turn back out of the dodo form. Because I mean, the one person already asked them to go into the dodo, so people have obviously seen them do this already anyway. So it's like, okay, I'm out now. This is an odd place. It's nice to be back here though, in halfling form. If any of the cat people look over at all, they'll get a little like, hi.
Oh no, this
From
entire
that.
crowd has been lost to a tour. You have been all but forgotten by the group that is over here.
Good, let's go take this stuff, Sam. No, we don't do that.
You can
no.
see that from other campfires nearby that you are definitely getting stares, but people seem hesitant to approach.
Actually, on second thought, maybe it might be a good idea for me to be able to, just in case they decide to interact. Yeah, actually, yeah, if you could, that'd be great.
Because actually, would tongues work through telepathy? Because it's speaking, but it's just not using your mouth.
Technically, yes.
So if anyone
Telepathy's
messes with the dodo, they'll hear cat screeching.
Oh, Sam's
in
not a
their
dodo.
mind.
Sam's not a dodo
Oh,
anymore.
okay.
Sam changed out.
Just,
The dodos have a god, and he speaks to us.
Oh, and it actually, yeah. When it speaks, they can understand. Yeah. Okay.
That's good. So yeah, Sam would be down for that.
Yep. I will use another spell slot. Is there any music still going?
yes, plenty. Each little campfire group seems to have at least one or two people playing some music, but it does seem like most of the music that you are hearing is coming from the central campfire at this middle of town.
Thanks for the raid.
People need a way. Insanity.
Thank you for the insane raid.
I'll do a little shout out.
Thank you very much. So yes, the main
You
group
have
of
to do the
music is coming
/
from the central.
shout out command.
Yeah, I'm on
Thank
it.
you. Sorry, I'm eating. I apologize. I'm just really hungry. Thank you.
It's okay.
Love you. We appreciate you so much. Welcome in, everyone.
Welcome into the chaos of D&D.
Dunda,
Dun.
dunda.
So yes, the main music is coming from the back camp, where you can see the largest conglomeration of the townsfolk.
Mug's gonna wander over trying to like find the musical key of the song they're playing, so he just kind of like strum along a little bit to match what they're doing.
Give me a insight check for that. See if you can kind of tune yourself to the style and key.
7.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
I also would have been able to assist, but I mean, probably a bit too late now.
Yeah.
Oh, you can. How are you assisting?
What's going on?
They're playing their instruments wrong.
Oh no, I'm not assisting with this. Sorry, I blacked out for a moment. It's like, oh wait, if I can help. Wait, what am I helping with?
Now I
Pilvin,
understand why Storm sounds out of key. Because
Pilvin will actually pull out a flute, and he will give you an assist. So he will give you a reroll as he follows along with you to attempt to join in. Much better.
17, much better.
As you approach, you start off a bit soft as you slowly attune yourself with the music, but then find yourself in key and able to pick up the strange alterations of the music. As I said, it is similar in that of a bagpipe, but not something you have really heard before. And a very strange mix. It seems like almost like a combination of bagpipes and steel drums of sorts. But you do not see a metallic drum there.
So yeah, try and sort of play a little bit louder as I'm entering so that they know that I'm joining in with them, and then see if I can have a bit of a jam back and forth. So leading the melody, following, leading, sort of dueling banjos, but with less weirdness.
Okay. Roll me a performance. Again, with advantage, as Pilvin is joining in with you. I'll move you two over to there as well.
26.
Very nice.
Ooh. Damn.
As you were playing, definitely a sort of dueling banjos does go off as a very well pronounced and presented looks to be a Leonin. As you do a rift, he rebuts with a rift of his own on what seems to be a very strange looking, almost like a mix between a harp and a guitar of sorts. It's a very strange instrument. He is very loud and proud in his presentation. He has the most ostentatious outfit there, and he seems to be leading the rest of the band or troupe in their performance. But he seems to have taken up the challenge and is playing back against you. I'll get you to make me another performance check if you wish to continue the duel.
Absolutely. Performance. With advantage still from Pilvin?
Yep.
25.
God
His rebuttal to you first is what can only be described as his rendition of Through the Fire and the Flames, as he did get a natural 20 plus his roll. So he just suddenly just bursts out into a solo of his own, and you rebut in kind, to which he looks most impressed and very surprised that someone would be able to match his musical talent in that manner. He kind of plays off the rest of the troupe into their own group and then steps aside with you and most fantastic. You outsiders have strange instruments, but it is phenomenal, the music that you make. Tell me, what is this thing that you play here? And I think we lost Mug.
Possibly. We can come back to that. Or we take a moment to welcome in our readers.
Oh, he's gone.
Yes, welcome. Thank you. Welcome back.
We got him. Do we?
No, do we?
Michael, can you hear me?
Come on, we want to play. We can't see you anymore.
You disappeared
Master.
into the ether.
Come out to Discord. Your connection's gone away.
Yes, what we didn't realize was this was a musical episode.
Do you want to play some D&D? Boom. Oh, okay, bye.
I think we have lost him for the moment, so we can attempt to move on. His Discord has crapped itself.
May I attempt something with Clever Wish?
Of course you may.
If he's having a hard time focusing on outside information, as I feel Mug's spell coming towards an end, I will solidify certain concepts like yes, no, do as I do, our names, and just like get those conveyed
Where is-
properly in each other's languages, and then
Where is the toilet?
no, that's not important. And then, once the spell runs out, it'll essentially be her trying to get him to try spells, basically. So she'll say, "Do as I do," and will then like very obviously walk him through the somatic components of a spell, while also like being all like, yeah, and just trying to encourage him to create the right mouth sounds and all the that, and just see how he does.
Yeah, as I said before, he does seem to pick up the common tongue fairly quickly with what you do teach him. Maybe not so the written component, but the spoken component at least. He seems to be able to pick up quite well. And even once the spell does end, he is able to at least hold a basic conversation with you, but it will require more working on to be able to get to a full conversational state.
So it can be like, hello, Kovac. Yes?
Hmm.
Thing. And like passes the thing. I don't know.
Yeah, it's more of you can draw something down, or he can draw something down, and you're able to convey the word that it means, and he will understand what it is based off what it is you've drawn. And then he will attempt to share his word for it, and you can share your word for it. And then it's a way for you to be able to compare notes of sorts, I guess.
That works. Is he willing to try and like follow along and cast a spell? Or does he attempt it?
He seems extremely excited at the idea of it, but is more wanting to know more information first. He seems to be cautious, wanting to know every aspect of it before just diving straight into it, but he seems to be very much wanting to.
Okay. Now that I can absolutely respect. Anyway, cut back to Mug.
No. Mug, welcome back.
Hey.
Where did you cut out on me?
He had just done his rendition of Through the Fire and Flames with a natural 20.
Yep.
I don't know what the outcome of that was.
He was at first a bit almost stunned, that moment of that look on his face of like, oh, at what you were capable of bringing back. But he seemed actually quite impressed with it, and he played a little bit more and kind of signaled to the rest of the troop to continue on without him and to keep up the festivities, and then stepped aside and praised you on it, and it was most incredible, the music that you make, you outsiders. Now tell me, what is this instrument that you play before me?
A slight point of order. Did our back and forth go for a minute?
Yes, it would have been.
Then I'm going to need the band to make a wisdom save.
Very good.
Well, at least 4 of them, I think.
What are you doing?
Yeah, 4 of them.
Is it only 4? I thought it was everyone who...
Pretty sure he has
4
the
creatures.
ability to charm with his music if he plays for a minute.
2 saved, 2 failed.
Okay. So, the 2 that failed are charmed for 1 hour. I just want, like, buddies to hang out with for a bit while this tongue spell is still going.
Actually, before I go on with that, were you including him as one of the people?
Yes.
Okay. Well, he fails.
Oh.
You got most of the band.
So he was already taken by your musical talent, but he seems rather taken by it now. So what is this instrument that you play?
Meow, meow, meow. Loot.
Oh, have you lost...
No. I've got the spell, but yeah, like, presumably there's no cat word
fair.
for this.
This is true.
Yeah, there isn't.
Loot. Interesting. And this one seems to be some sort of woodwind. Fantastic.
You play that instrument a lot better than Storm does. Maybe she needs a few more lessons.
Who is Storm? Whom is Storm?
Ah,
We're learning.
we did know the other name.
Feather.
It's been too long.
Feather.
Feather on the wind.
Feather on the wind.
I did not know she played. I mean, I knew she had dabbled in it a little bit, but...
I'm still not sure if she plays.
You are so rude. She's actually like not bad at it either.
That was so good. That was so good.
Your standards is always
Storm
too
takes
high.
1d4 psychic damage.
She's
That
not around.
mockery
Like,
was vicious.
oh. She feels it from wherever she is.
Well, I'm glad to see that she is spreading our instruments amongst the world, but I am most curious to know about yours. Come, sit. You are clearly a traveler of your kind.
Oh yes. Obviously, we're not from here, but we have Feather on the Wind brought us here. It's a very long story.
I would love to hear it. I have always looking for something new to spin and tell. It is a bit stale to tell the same old stories amongst the folk here.
Do you happen to have an interesting beverage to drink?
At this, he smiles quite widely. Ah, yes, of course. Come with me. And he goes over to a fairly large wooden bowl. It's probably holding about 3-4 liters of liquid within it. It seems to be mostly clear, but with a slight purple tinge to it. And you can definitely see some kind of pulp of a plant within it as well. It has a extremely potent, almost moonshine-like smell to it. It is their version of a hard liquor.
Grappa.
So, the hard liquor is just in the punch bowl? That's dangerous.
Communal hard liquor.
Oh
Ayo.
no.
Be
They're
the
pretty
punchline.
hard on this island.
So you just need a straw straight into the punch bowl.
No, he dips in a small wooden bowl that almost looks like a banana float bowl, and offers it to you.
I haven't seen banana float bowls in ages.
Keep in mind, you have never seen Storm drink. She only drinks milk.
Doesn't mean we can't.
Yeah. No, I'm just
Yes,
reminding you.
Mug will absolutely take a drink and offer a cheer to Atua. I hear he's one hell of a guy.
As you take a drink, I'll get you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution
please. As this
Also,
is
I was like, why you found the-
extremely powerful, and it is that burn on the throat
Oh.
as it goes down.
I was wondering, where's Thog during this? There's alcohol involved.
At the moment, by Storm's side, as
He doesn't know what's going on.
he's a little overwhelmed by all the hundreds of storms in the area. As he's
Actually,
he's
meowing
only
at
ever seen one other storm-like creature before meeting Storm and Subtle.
And it was one of the bards. Wasn't it?
No, not one of the bards. It was while he was with the bards. He had come across one other one
That's right.
before. Yeah, he had mentioned it.
I still remember when, because I do.
But it was such a strange sighting that now he's seen hundreds of them, and he is very confused and not sure what to do with himself.
That sounds like all of us.
Yeah,
14. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
it is a hard burn, and there is a bit of a cough, but you're used to dealing with hard liquor before, and being able to present yourself in a way that it's not so bad, even if it does burn all the way down your throat, and you are definitely sure that you can only have a few of these before you are blind.
I will just point out for both the audience and anyone who was not familiar or doesn't remember, that's in the game, you do notice that all of the masculine figures are all Leonin, and the feminine
Yes.
figures are all Tabaxi.
Yeah.
And it just seems to be how the genetics work here.
Yes. Actually, do you attempt to play it off as if it has no effect?
No.
Okay, so you allowed to go for it.
So he'll cough and splutter a bit and like have a big grin on his face.
Yeah, you get a good laugh, and he smiles at you. So yes, tell me, is that not the best stuff you've ever had?
It is the best stuff I've had tonight.
And then he leans into it, and his voice almost changes in tone slightly, and there's a little bit of a ring to it. He goes, "Oh, you're in for a wild one tonight."
roll to seduce.
Bow, chicka, bow, bow.
I'd get advantage on that because they're charmed.
I'm also quite surprised that it was you who said that, Zoe. But you know what? We're getting well, it's fine. You're learning.
Well,
You're learning. You're corrupted, sweetie.
Who has a track history of seducing NPCs?
Yeah, Zoe.
One time.
It's one
One's
time more than the rest of the
zero.
party.
Yeah.
But guys, Tia's so pretty.
And that's
Not
valid.
my
And
fault.
she's pretty and she likes books.
Mhm. Anyway,
All right. So, you're settling in to hear and present stories of your own, along with Pilvin, who has been out on the seas as well. So he is well travelled and has his own stories to share. He seems to be holding the liquor far worse than you are as well.
oh no.
He tries, and he definitely tries to mask it to have that air of professionalism about him. But you can see, as more and more of the small bowl that was presented to him disappears, that wall breaks down very quickly. What are the rest of you up to? Toast.
Toys!
Kitty.
Kitty, bitty, bitty.
The face of the cat who does like, why, parental figure, why?
Sam is holding one of your people hostage.
It would have to be a child because Sam is small. Ah, that's my knee, Toast. That's my knee. Yeah, I deserve that. Sam did actually want to look out for Pip. So I know that Pip went to the
Oh.
village and should be here.
Roll me a perception.
Yeah, this is very much. Where is Pip at this moment? Rolling perception. That is a number. Wait, I could have a really good perception.
You do.
+7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 16. Rolled a 9.
As you start making your way further into the center of the town, following in Mug and Pilvin's footsteps, you try and keep your eye out for Pip, but you are not seeing her anywhere. And you know that Barda did spend over an hour out looking for her and was unable to locate her.
Yeah.
You're not sure where
that's-
exactly she has gone off to.
Did I take the spell that I thought I was gonna? Yes, I have. Elevated sight.
Ah, fantastic spell.
I am actually gonna find a little area, just kind of out of the way of people, cause like, oh, it's casting a spell,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
kind of, yeah. I know. I'll sort of say to Sam, I'm just gonna do something. Bear with. I might not be able to pay attention while I'm in this state. So yeah, it only lasts for a minute. Obviously, but yeah, I cast elevated sight.
Yep.
And I want to see what I am able to look at, just with a brief glance. I see around 120 feet. Oh, I'm 120 feet
feet up into the sky,
above.
yeah.
I can get a full 360-degree view.
Yep, and it will follow around with you, but whenever you choose to look through it, you are blinded on the ground.
Yeah, so every now and then I'll do a cast, I'll do a stop, hand on shoulder to sibling, and just kind of, yeah, bits and pieces.
As the sun is already setting over the horizon, you've just got that last bit of sunlight creeping across the island. You are looking amongst the crowd. There's the main campfire, with about a dozen or so smaller campfires off around the town, or village, I should say. You can see the townsfolk partying, drinking, eating, dancing, playing their music. You can see your own group and Pilvin and Mug. You can see Kovek off to the side. It's actually pretty easy to make out everyone. You do not see Pip anywhere.
That's really weird. The other option was if I had. I don't think I took it. Nah. Locate object and try and remember an item that Pip has on them. But okay, no, that's an odd thing. This, as far as I'm aware, so it's potential she's not even in here. If she's gone somewhere completely different. I also, as I'm going around, because I can understand what people are saying, I don't overhear anyone mention anything about a strange elven looking, even though they don't know what elven is, but it would definitely be like, oh yeah, we saw another weird thing earlier, or it sounds like we're the first weird things they've seen, so she's not even come to the village. Okay, cool.
No mention of another outsider that has been witnessed.
Odd. I'll go back, find Thalai, because I still got a while of this spell, and be like, blacksmith? And I'll be the translator for the blacksmith for Thalai, that section, if he wants to do that. As he's not here, but if he wants to come back and do a small section with it, then we can say that insert here scene. Because I'm pretty sure they mentioned. I've just seen the the body shape being drawn.
Well, yes, they were discussing it on the stream, so I decided to draw it in for them.
But yeah, so I will do that. Insert scene for Thalai here if he wants to do that afterwards. Keeping in mind, I'll shoot a message if I go past them to Mug, Kovek, and people.
Thalai would be interested in meeting the blacksmith, but he knows that they're probably not going to be at the workshop right now. They're going to be a part of the party.
Yeah, it's just a little thing that he can pop in, because I've got the spell on me. But ideally, it'd be better if he had the spell. Actually, we'll do it. Yeah, we could be one of those. Do it the next day or something. Because if we're still here for another night, I will pop a message over to the group one by one when I see them. Just let you know, telling them that I don't think Pip's even been to the village, or she's really good at hiding. But there's literally no sign of her having come in contact with anyone in the village.
I could do a sending if need be.
Might be worth it. It's just odd that she's not around. The captain and Barda, they stayed behind, didn't they? Or did they come with us?
I think they came with us.
The captain
everyone
came with us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do it. I say that to Barda as well, and I'll also do a message over to the captain. This is the first time the captain's probably ever heard me in their head.
Not freaky at all. And yes, it is actually. I think. I don't believe you have spoken to them
never.
otherwise.
Oh yeah, it's Sam the Halfling, by the way. So I can do this.
He can't talk back to you, so he's just looking around suddenly. He's also had a lot of hard liquor, so he is freaking out a little bit right now.
we have done sendings to Captain Pilvin before.
Yes, you have
They
done
are
sendings.
aware of having like a disembodied voice talking to them.
Yes.
Oh yeah, but they've not had
Not
me, so he probably
that
does try and
disembodied
talk
voice.
back, but I can't. He probably does try and talk
Yes.
back, but I can't
Actually-
hear anything. So
Yes, Mug, you hear him suddenly talking back at word. Sam? Where are you? I can hear you, but I can't see you. Sam?
I will look around for Stam.
Sam has been, the Sams have been making their way downtown through the village and a bit further back behind you.
I'll send a telepathic message to Sam. Are you trying to mess with the captain? Do you want me to join in?
I mean, no, but yeah, sure, why not?
And out loud next to the captain, I'll go, "Yes, Sam, of course, understood."
And then he's going to turn to you. You hear Sam as well, but I don't see him.
Oh no.
No one's explained that Sam's a girl to Pilvin either. Oh!
Pilvin doesn't know. Pilvin doesn't know. Pilvin
It's fine.
Don't tell Pilvin.
Pelvin doesn't
what
know.
What do you mean?
Pelvin doesn't know.
It's fine. This is good stuff. It's good to let loose a bit after everything that's happened. I think I'll have some
Right.
more.
Oh no, Pilgrim.
And he will take a long, deep drink from it. And then offer up his empty cup for another one.
Muggs probably had like a second drink, but is going to be kind of cutting it off there.
Okay.
So we'll got a pretty good sort of good vibe going, and he's going to try and find Kovac probably like after the hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she's probably over in the corner next to a small fire, hunched over, like exchanging doodles with Clever, having a slow but productive conversation.
Hey, Kovac, you should
Yes?
try some of the punch. It'll knock your gills off.
No, thank you.
No, that's not a figure. Look, I might have been a bit harsh on you earlier. It's not my place to criticize what you're doing. It's just I kind of thought you were better than that, and I wanted to try and help, but then it came off the wrong way. So he like reaches into a pocket for like half a piece of paper that he's kind of ripped off and scrawled on some words, and he goes, I have been drinking, so I thought I'd write the words down first, so they didn't come out wrong, because I've done that before and made things worse. So
I see. Where are you going with this?
I wrote a poem, because Mug is awesome. It's called Kovac, A Cautionary Tale. It goes a little like this. Books, laws, and magic tamed, for order gives a life well claimed. But life is chaos manifest. It can even crush those that do their best. Life path set and duty told, a family close but hearts run cold. Journey started in the local guard, ends with a fighter, druid, monk, and bard. A quest to learn, devise, and to know, but too much too quick wherever you go. Contains hidden danger at every turn, but plenty of more bridges still left to burn. Hero
Where's
and
the lie?
Hero and villain on the edge of the blade, outcome based on choices now made. One way you will fall, we know not how. All we can do is hope somehow. Wisdom is not from words that are learned. It is from pains and joys that are earned. Some knowledge can have a steep cost, but if shared, you will not be lost. Standing with friends and allies, facing with all by your side. The hardest phrase, the hardest task, is knowing and acting on when to ask. Books, laws, and magic controlled, living in words and stories of old. Forget not your friends, we are with you to the end.
Okay.
The irony of that coming from you.
That's
so
non-binary
awesome!
folk. It was really cute. It was
That's
really
so
cute.
awesome! Kovac is going to stand and face you. Her cheeks are a little bit flush. And are you like holding a cup with a drink?
Yeah, it probably has like the last bit of the.
Moonshine.
She's gonna walk up in front of you, take it out of your hand, and drink the rest.
Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
And I've chucked the
Oh,
actual the words to it
Oh,
in
no.
the
That's a
Discord.
that's
That'd
a
be cute.
9.
Did
There
you
is-
succeed? 9.
Nine.
A lot of coughing and spluttering later, you regain your posture. It's strong.
That is nothing like wine.
No, it's better, right?
Thank you for thinking of me. I appreciate your words and the cautionary tale within. I will keep it in mind.
So, Storm's been like real serious for too long.
I'm very impressed.
Do you think she's going to explode in crazy, or should we like make her explode in crazy? Like the way that you like make a small avalanche, so there's not a big avalanche later up in the mountains.
I was considering trying something actually.
Oh god, I'm scared.
Arm will outstretch. Kovac will conjure Wisteria on her arm. So, these people are a little inexperienced. I thought I would show them something thrilling.
Do you need any help?
What can you do to add gravitas?
Hydrate.
Oh, thank you for
I've
that.
run out of
Gravitas.
drink.
Yes.
I can make illusions. I can.
Perhaps an accompanying soundtrack. I have seen.
How much gravitas do you need?
Wisteria will be strafing above the village for the next minute, spewing lightning.
Oh my gosh.
Trying to think if there's anything else I can do. Do you want Wisteria to be invisible?
No, I think that would be a bit too alarming.
Oh, yeah, right, hydrate.
We'll just.
Yeah, I'll
Shut up.
do a soundtrack,
Excellent.
like
We will
a score.
We will see how it goes. I will send Wisteria out, and I'm going to get first. I'm going to have her like circle around one of the larger fire pits, and just get people's attention by just swooping low and going.
Actually, I can do something, and it's dumb.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind. We'll quickly jump
Yeah.
over to the others and see what they're doing, because this would have been over about an hour
Yes.
that you come back to this. So, Storm, and what are you up to? With Thog and Barda by your side.
She is supervising everyone as best she can. Mostly Artua. And
You have kind of semi-lost Artua to the crowd.
that's okay. it's
As
just-
have you lost, while you're attempting to regain him, you have lost sight of Mug, Pilvin, and the Sams.
Okay. She's just like anxiously mother henning for a little bit and then just kind of goes, "It seems fine. Everything seems fine. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine, right?" And she like turns to Subtle.
Subtle's not there.
Didn't he come with us? I thought he did.
He did, but he disappeared off into the crowd as well.
She turns to find Subtle and doesn't find him there and goes, ah, it is fine. It is fine. It's going to be fine.
You look over to see Thog standing next to you. Somehow he has been offered alcohol at some point and has a bowl of it in his hands. You're gonna be really fine. And this is good shit, by the way.
What are you drinking?
They offered it to me, and he just points to the general crowd.
She, like, ups her tippy toes onto his arm and sniffs it.
You get the general idea that he may not have been offered it, but saw that there was alcohol and decided to help himself.
She sniffs and goes, oh, you're feeling okay?
Yeah, why wouldn't I be? This is good stuff.
Does he
Strong.
look okay?
You definitely recognize the drink. It is something that's typically only brought out at big festivals like this. And you notice that it is the purple concoction and not the typical blue concoction that is normally used. The purple one is known to have powerful hallucinogenic properties to it.
She, like,
Was
waves
that
a hand.
also the one that Mug had?
Yes, it is the same one
Okay.
that you've had.
Oh god, it's meth!
She, like, waves a hand in front of his face and goes, are you okay?
I'm fine. Come
Can I-
on, relax. It's party time.
Can I insight check him?
Yes.
Can I insight check him?
I don't know. You tell me.
I think it's plus something absurd. Plus 7.
+7, yes.
12.
He seems fine. He seems like he's normal, rowdy self, ready for a party.
She just, like, looks at him skeptically for a second and goes, if you start seeing some little weird things, like maybe that shouldn't be there, just let me know. Maybe have some water, sit down for a bit. It'll be fine, don't worry about it.
It's not my first time drinking. Come on now. And he offers it to you. Like, come on. You've been all stick up the ass for too long now. Got to loosen up.
She just like looks as if like oh no.
Come on. One little sippy.
It's
One
okay.
little sippy.
It's okay.
Come on now.
No, I
I
don't.
hear loosen up as she drinks that her esophagus is going to loosen up.
No, it's fine. I've had plenty of this in my time. I don't need any more.
Come on. It's a party. You've got to.
Someone
It's
has
like an
to.
unwritten law.
Someone has to be sober and watch over Atua. Who knows what he's going to do while he's here?
He's a god. He can watch over himself, surely. Sippy. And he keeps pushing it towards your lips.
Okay, I will have one sip. Just one sip. No more than one sip.
Okay. And he doesn't let you tip it. He starts pouring it towards you and keeps upending the entire cup into your mouth.
At some point, it ends up on her more than inside her mouth.
Yes.
And she just like shakes it off like a cat. And then just like immediate reaction of like, oh, okay, yep, and it's like she's had catnip or something. She's just like way out of it.
Oh, it's catnip, isn't it?
I'm gonna do a.
Steeped catnip.
Actually, no. My Constitution save here is actually really freaking good.
And none of the others are feeling any effects of hallucinogenics either.
22. She's actually doing okay.
Yeah, you actually take it really well. I mean, you've had the similar concoction that is just meant to be strong alcohol, but this one is got a little extra kick into it.
She and then just like shakes it off and goes, okay, it's not as bad as I remember.
You're fairly certain that True Flower has had some involvement in the concoction.
Oh, absolutely. Without a doubt. At which she starts looking around for True Flower.
At
Speaking of kitty cats.
the edge of the village, you do not find her.
Meow! Meow too too! Alright. That's my knee. Please. Oh, you went down? Okay. Better move. Okay. She'll keep an eye out for, True Flower, but, not go searching for her.
Yep.
And, she will start to relax because obviously she's not immune to the effects of the alcohol. She's just holding her own very well.
Yeah, much better. Much better. Now let's go party. Come on, let's enjoy it. It's one night to just relax. I think we've deserved that.
Yeah. Okay. It will be fine. It will definitely be fine. It'll be fine. What could be the worst that happens? It's not like they've got fireworks here.
Oh, that's a great idea. We could give them fireworks if we've got any more.
No, I used them all up. I'm really disappointed. I wanted to get some more.
Where's Kovac? She can make things explode.
Technically, we could probably make some things explode.
Really?
Sure, why not?
How do we do it? Come on, let's do it.
What things are go explosive? Do we have any gunpowder? That black powdery stuff was explosive.
Yeah, do we have any more? Thought we used it all.
Maybe, I don't know.
Let's find Kovac. She knows what's explosive.
Or we could find True Flower.
And teach her how to make black powder. I'm sure that would go wonderfully.
How is the flower gonna help us?
Because this flower is experimental. And she likes to play with fire.
I'm lost, but let's go for it.
That's the spirit! Let's go!
And he puts his arm around yours and kind of skips through the town with you.
She's also pulled out her bagpipe at some point. She pulled it out like earlier when they first arrived. And then kind of forgot about it, but it's in her hands now. And she's like, huh! And starts pulling it out to play. Just as she moseys along.
Okay. Now, going back to you two, for your
Which she
performance.
does well. It's
Mug
a
still doesn't like it.
modified 20.
Mug, you said you had something, an idea of sorts.
Yes. So, getting an idea of like playing music and using minor illusion if need be to have the sound originate from the sky, or whatever the best way to do that is. But I'll go over to the wisteria, where like still perched on Kovac's arm, and I'll just like go over and like awkwardly try and pat the wing or something and go, Wisteria, I believe in you. And give Wisteria a bardic inspiration. I checked, and it says creature that is not you.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Technically, that's fine.
And then I'm going to be trying to do the help action on Wisteria's performance check. With the bardic inspiration hopefully kicking in. As I said, it's a weird plan, but...
It adds something. Adds gravitas.
Okay, so the three of us get near the edge of like the big fire. Launch Wisteria out. She's gonna circle around, hoot loudly, get people's attention, and once I see people like tracking her movements, then I will cast Dragon's Breath through her on her. It's like she grabs her own ankle and she casts the spell on herself, and basically she's gonna spend the next minute circling above everyone, like swooping down, then coming back up, and as soon as she's clear of people, she breathes bolts of lightning that shoot out into the sky and crackle and everything. And she does that for the minute. Then the intention is to do something a bit more dramatic as a finale, but I'll see how people respond to this.
Okay, give me a performance check, please. With the
With
help action, and Wisteria has inspiration if needed.
okay, well, she has a -2 to charisma because she's an owl. But we'll see how it goes.
That is a lie. Elves are very charismatic.
They're so cute.
So that's a 14.
Plus a D8.
I've already added the D8.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
But yeah,
There is a mixture of both awe and fear as this unusual flying creature has just burst into the area with sparks firing off in every direction with no...
catch you in frame.
Didn't
completely...
didn't Storm say to Kovac, "Don't do anything unless asked"?
Yes, you did. Kovac
And-
politely and thoroughly ignored that.
That's okay. Storm's
she was
taking
given a-
notes of everything that Kovac does, so that when she visits Kovac's home, she does exactly the same.
She was just given a very nice gesture from Mug. Mug's very playful. She's trying to reciprocate, bond, or so she believes she should.
Kovac took advantage of Mug while he was drunk and forced him to take part. I really expected better from you.
Hey, Farah.
Hi.
No, Mug's not going to throw you under the bus. Throw you under the wagon.
So yes, there is a mixture of both awe and terror, as people were not expecting it. You did not announce anything, you just did this. So there is a number of people scattering off in every direction, a bit terrified. But some people also transfixed in the spot watching the spectacle before them. So not quite the result you were expecting.
Well,
or
so
hoping for.
it starts that way, and then like at around the half a minute mark, Kovac's gonna encourage Mug to walk into the middle. He'll be playing and accompanying because like music began, then the lights began, and like at around like the half-minute mark, she's going to start creating small-scale lightning-based fireworks kind of around the fireplace just from her hands.
All right, I'll
And
get a performance from Mug with advantage, as you're kind of assisting each other.
yes, Mug, make the roll, please. I'm helping.
Nod.
Smile away,
performance.
boys. Just smile away.
Advantage. Only a 17.
Only.
It's better than me.
As you play louder, as the rest of the troop have quietened down, watching the spectacle, it becomes a bit more evident that it was something to be performed and something that was you were demonstrating. And a number of the townsfolk do stop freaking out, stop running around like cats chasing a laser light, and do start oohing and ahhing and clapping at the spectacle before them. It seems to go over pretty well. And the townsfolk do invite you over to the fireside to discuss and drink and
I'm
be
not
merry.
done.
Oh, you're not done. Oh.
I
This
will.
is concerning.
I will nudge Mug and say, "Build for a finale." And as the music kind of swells, and she can feel that the dragon's breath is coming to an end. Once Wisteria does her last blast, she'll tell her to come back, land on her arm, wings outstretched dramatically, and then with the other hand will shoot a fireball up into the air that will detonate as one big blast of lightning, as kind of the finale of this spectacle.
Interesting. There's a loud ooh amongst the crowd as the ball of lightning spirals up into the sky and then out everywhere, scattering across the horizon. It goes over extremely well. There is a lot of clapping and oohing and ahhing from the crowd. You seem to have gathered folks from the other campfires as well, as everyone comes together for the spectacle.
And as it's done, I'll... Actually, no, the spells have worn off by this time, haven't they? Mug will try it, because he's not paying as much attention. He'll yell out in common, because it was working before, with the tongue spell. Yell out, "Can we have a round of applause for Kovac?" And then presumably, like, no reaction. And just like a weird golf clap from who understands common.
I kind of imagine it like that scene from The Knight's Tale where they're like, "My lord!" and everyone's like, "Huh?" And then one guy says, "Arr!" and they're, "Arr!"
Yeah.
Right.
Storm must have seen this.
Definitely.
Yeah, she's super disappointed. It's like, oh, somebody stole our show! God, that's just not fair. We were going to make the Big Bang.
Big bada boom.
And Sam,
Ba-da-da-boom.
you and your brother find yourselves being drawn over more towards the center as the crowd are coming. And people are dancing and partying around you, and they also offer you the drinks as well. Your brother doesn't think much about it and immediately takes them up.
No, I'm good. I'm good, thanks.
Come on, Samantha, don't be such a stick in the mud.
I don't like to drink. It's weird, but
For once, I don't have someone trying to hunt me down and capture me. You're not fighting evil. Things just okay. Just let loose for a bit.
I'm really irritated that there is no flaw in your logic with that, and that makes me angry. So I'm gonna not drink because you told me to. So fuck you.
Shall we start discussing your potential future?
Okay, give me the
husbands?
fucking drink.
Yeah, I thought so. Offers you the drink.
Oh, just this is like probably one of the first times she's had alcohol. Not like ever. Obviously, she's probably had it when like at some point, but this is just like, oh god, this isn't gonna go well. And takes like a sip.
Okay. Is there anything else that anyone wanted to get done tonight in the party before we wrap up?
I
and go
was
on to the
gonna
next
ask Mug if Mug could do ascending to Pip. If
Okay.
Mug has any spell slots back, because like I am slightly concerned. It's more like I always prefer to get a visual of Pip because when you send a messaging to them, they can just tell you whatever you want to hear. So, but yeah, it's just I will on the off chance just ask if he can send one off to Pip.
Okay.
Yeah, of course, I can do that. It's like a thing that I do. Yeah, totally. Like, and
You good, bro?
pass.
You good?
I'm great.
Oh dear.
Yeah, we've all.
Drunken sending.
Oh yeah, it's a drunk dial happening.
I haven't made a Constitution saving throw actually. That reminds me. I wasn't
Hey,
asked
Pip.
to though, so you know what? I'm not gonna.
I don't trust you. I think you're up to something. But Sam wants to know that you're okay. Did I tell you I think you're up to something? Are you okay? Are you up to something?
He just continues this one.
Did I tell you I think is the last thing?
Did I tell you I think?
You wait for several moments. You do not get a reply.
They're probably up to something. That's what I think.
Oh, they're not on this plane. Oh,
No,
I
that's
don't know.
that's what the lie is. Not the lie. Fuck.
Wow. Thog was bad enough, but now Thalai?
The lie.
That's just lazy racism.
That's something right there. Did you want me to make a constitution saving throw, by the way, while taking that drink?
Yes, please.
Oh, God.
Oh, I need to make one for Sam. Oh,
Oh.
Sam does not hold his liquor well at all.
Oh. 14.
No, you did better than your brother.
Fucking right, I did.
He got-
First
he got
one
a-
out.
He got a 6.
I forgot about your silly rivalry.
I'm the older twin. It's a thing!
All right. Was there anything else that anyone wanted to get out other than that sending?
No, Sam's,
Not really.
Or happy
yeah,
to
Sam's just going to get a bit
party
drunk
and
and be like,
enjoy.
look, I got a flaming mouse! Walk around with a flaming mouse.
I will probably say Kovac does, as she has been a little loosened by the drink and the excitement of doing tricks. She will probably have another cup of the stuff, probably throughout the course of the night. But that is likely all.
As
And-
the night continues on, it goes well into the early hours of the next morning. You find as the drink gets passed around more and more, you're more willing to accept it. You kind of lose yourself to the music and the dancing. You find a number of the townsfolk offer for you to join in with their tribal dances.
Oh no, we drank the fruit punch. We're all going to die.
Uh,
I think we can establish that Mug is the worst dancer you have seen in your life. Statues are better at dancing.
Actually, how is Sam's dancing? I roll for performance. Oh, pretty good.
Mug has a dexterity of 6, remember?
yes.
He has 3
yeah.
left feet.
Well, I rolled a 16, and if it's dex based, then that's like 19. But if it's performance based, then that's -2.
No. Mug's really good at the dance, like the stand on the one spot dancing, just like
Yeah.
The-
Yeah. The
You
club
know.
time shuffles.
The 2-step.
yeah.
Is it weird that I have a feeling that me and my brother Sam would do the Soviet like da-da hey da-da hey? I don't know why. It seems like a halfling thing. Or
John, it's a halfling thing now.
It's a halfling thing.
Halflings are Soviets.
Oh God.
That explains my father so much.
Yeah.
Oh
that's kind of
no.
good. That's terrifying.
It's likely the only dancing Kovac has experienced is like courtly ballroom dancing, like
Yeah,
her-
traditional formal styles. yeah.
Yes, like her father will have maybe taken her along to some kind of occasional function in the palace for the help, and
Mm.
so it's them trying to like emulate the upper echelons being a bit fancy. So she's
Storm
observed
interrupts
and maybe
this.
tried a bit of that.
No, Storm interrupts that entirely. She sees you attempt to do this, and she's intoxicated, so doesn't think anything better of it. Comes over to you and goes, "No, not like that," and then starts like trying to example how to like dance the way her people do, but then also like grabs you and moves you in the way that it should be, and just like a puppet almost, and just like moves your hands like this. And like puts her hands on your hips and like tries to like move them, and yeah, she is not subtle about it at all.
Hmm.
Kovac's quite rigid in response to this. She's like,
Yeah. Just like,
"What are
like,
you doing?"
Like this and like this. Okay, copy me like this and like this and like this. And she just like does like these absurd dance moves, and you just like yeah. And she keeps going until you copy her.
She will submit to this and do her best, but once once the song is done, she will say, "I have humored you. Now you must humor me." And Kovac will attempt to lead Storm in a waltz to the next song.
Oh.
Storm is dexterous, so no, I'll say that she doesn't necessarily trot on your feet, but she's definitely like, you're definitely leading her. She has no idea, right? You like it's like you're forcibly leading her. She's just letting you, and she's not like doesn't resist, and she's like, but she also like stumbles her steps. You know, like that awkward like, oh, my feet are supposed to be over here. Oh, they're supposed to be over here. Yeah.
That's very wholesome.
She has fun. She has fun.
Mm-hmm.
You dance on into the night and eventually find a place to sleep either amongst the stars or nestled into one of the townsfolk's tents. They more than welcome and offer up a bed for you if you wish.
Storm will
you all find
drunkenly make
yourself-
sure everyone is situated in a bed and like tucked in and forehead kissed and settled in with their
I feel like at this point you're all too far gone and tired, and the weariness of everything that's happened over the last only few weeks catches up with you. So I don't think you have the mental capacity to
okay, fair enough.
bring yourself to do this. You kind of find yourself a
She has
comfy place to
intention
fall
to, and
asleep.
then passes out in front of the fire.
Pretty much, yes.
Yeah.
It's that warm, relaxing, the music, the dancing.
She's like on a log, face
the
first,
drinks,
sleeping next
the
to a
final
fire.
bringing of the relaxation.
There's one thing I will say that Kovac likely does as it's happening. If people are paying much attention, she probably is out of it a little bit before other people. So she's like slumped over against a rock near the fire, and as she's kind of beginning to nod off, she looks a little bit sad, and is like casting like progressive minor illusions in front of her, and each one looks a little bit like Tyr, but the proportions keep shifting with each cast. It's like she's trying to make sure she remembers what Tyr looks like, but is having a hard time with the fact that she's drunk. So like she'll cast it once and go, no, her eyes are too big, and we'll do it again, and it's just like trying her best to just remember her, and then just falls asleep.
You finally get yourselves to sleep. It's been some time since you've been able to rest without having to keep one eye open, or post a guard and a watch, or wonder whether or not you're going to be getting out of an area safely. So it is nice to finally rest. When you awaken the next morning, you awaken to...
Why has the music changed?
To a smell of brimstone and a smell of char and the warmth around you. As your eyes slowly refocus and open, you're in a bit of a haze. Everything seems dark despite the fact that you know it to be morning. You can feel the sun on you. There seems to be clouds in the sky and soot raining down upon you, and you can feel a heat all around. Everything seems to be burning around you. You find yourself standing within the village, but you're here alone. Everything else around you is ash. You can see the trees that made up the forest burnt to a cinder. The mountain itself is erupting as a volcano. You do not see another person in sight, including the rest of your party. You stand there alone. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
What
So
did
end the
Pip
cliffhanger.
do? This is my first immediate
told you.
assumption.
Up to no good.
What did
But
we
it's
tell
like we
Pip?
wake up
Did we
in the
tell
same
Pip
place
about
we
everything?
fell asleep.
You wake up. You believe where you fell asleep. You're not really 100% sure where you fell asleep, so you can't
But the thing
really.
is, no one we don't see anyone else.
You do not see
That's the
another person in sight
that's
at
the
all.
thing.
Hey, Dane.
You're all outside as you wake up,
That's interesting.
standing in the town.
We did
But
drink the
by yourself.
hallucinogen alcohol.
We're dreaming.
Hmm.
Who knows? Find out next time on Dragon. Oh wait, no, wrong show.
Also, can we just take a moment to appreciate how bad it's going to be for Kalan to work out what the hell
I
happened?
know. Looking at those gifs. Oh my god.
This is hoping he doesn't watch it.
I'm gonna tell him he's not.
Uh,
No, he's not allowed to watch it. I'm gonna tell him he's not allowed to. He's gonna have to watch it the next day. All right, we'll end the gifts there, and I will put a wakeful. You are not.
Hereby forbidden.
I told you.
Was it we still don't know what's going on at this precise moment? Because the only thing that makes me go a bit oh is the we don't see anyone else part. I was just like, I don't want to drink it. I don't want to drink it. I'm not going to drink it. And then it's like, okay, fine. The one time I let my guard down, Ash.
Yeah, same with Storm. She doesn't drink, especially because of her experiences with drinking alcohol on her island.
I could have written that. Yeah, maybe. We'll find out next time, whenever that is.
By the way, Dane is in the chat.
Yes.
Talking to you.
Hello, Dan.
Oh,
I'm sorry that you had to join in just as it ended, but I
Should
hope
really
you
know by
rewatch
now.
and you'll enjoy it. I think you'll enjoy it quite a bit. I might have some discussions with you after about some potential ideas and stuff for this as well.
So, next question. Who are we rating?
Yes, this is a very good question.
Pip better be safe.
Let's see. Participation Awards is streaming.
We
Wettest
do like
Orb
participation.
is also streaming. Dungeons and Dragons for both of them. Friendly here is also streaming Dungeons and Dragons. We've got a few different ones, although they probably won't be going for that much longer.
Let's see.
Oh, actually, no, they've only just started. Never mind. I
Wait,
thought they
who
wouldn't be
did?
going for much longer. Friendly here.
True.
Participation's been going for a bit over an hour and a half.
Unless they disconnected.
Nope, they went live at 10:09. There you go. Late night stream for them.
Pronius is also playing Pathfinder.
Ooh.
They've been going for a bit over 3 hours though, so they might not be going for much longer.
I will dash for a second. Back in a minute. When I get my children.
Okay, you know who we should raid?
No, I don't. That's why we're asking.
Someone who raids us all the time, and we very rarely get a chance to raid back.
Done.
Hero Zone, which is Mads.
Do it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Executive decision.
Yep. So I don't know how much longer they'll be streaming for, but I think it'd be really nice for us to throw the love back. They are doing something related to D&D. I don't know for how much longer, so I'm gonna pop us over to the end screen, and we're gonna do that raid real fucking fast. Love you all very much. Thank you for hanging out. It's a pleasure to have you guys, as usual. Thank you for the raids, to Gray for his raid, and I just want to make sure I get the name right for the new person that rated us. Insanity ZANZ. Zanz? Or is that like actually ZANZ? Z. 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 I don't know. Whatever.
Maybe Danzy.
Maybe. Anyway, but thank you both to them for giving us a raid. I hope everyone has an awesome night. We should, fingers crossed, be streaming on Tuesday 7:30 AEST time with Zoe's game that she is running, which is
Pirates!
Space Pirates.
I can't wait to murder
Mhm.
pirates.
Yeah.
And I cannot wait to see how you can best these pirates. There's a lot of pirates, you guys.
Explosions. Fixes everything.
Oh, you have no idea.
Oh, I didn't realize we were still going. I thought we'd already gone over to the
Not
raid
quite.
screen.
Nope, not yet. Yep. So, we'll catch you then. Otherwise, we'll see you this time next week. You guys have a good one, and toodaloo.
Bye.